OK, well, we have to start with Harry Kane. Could he be about to extend his stay at Bayern Munich with a new contract? Let's cross live to Munich to speak to a man who's got the latest on this breaking story. Florian Plettenberg, thank you so much for joining us from Germany. Please just talk us through the details of this potential deal.
First of all, amazing suits, guys. Amazing suits. This is a 10 out of 10. Yeah, first of all, we can say that Bayern Munich has indeed opened negotiations, have opened talks with Harry Kane about a potential new contract. His contract is running out in June 2027, and we have already reported it in the very beginning of January that Bayern Munich and Harry Kane, this is the most important, are very keen to extend this contract, probably 2 years. Either 2028 or 2029, and there is no indication, really no indication, that he will leave FC Bayern in the near future, because he loves FC Bayern, he loves the fans, he loves the city. He's living a few kilometers in front of the city, in front of Munich. He's totally happy, and we also hear from close sources around the player that he wants to extend with FC Bayern.
Florian, thanks very much for your kind compliments. Me and Carve have modelled ourselves on what you wear on Sky Germany. There's been so much talk about Harry Kane. There's been talk about a return potentially to the Premier League. Has there been a lot of interest in him from other clubs? Can you tell us who have been expressing their desires to sign Harry Kane to Bayern Munich?
Well, first of all, I'm totally convinced that he's a dream target for Saudi Arabia, but he's not that type of player who's going to Saudi Arabia right now. Really, to be honest, I'm totally convinced Spurs would love to make the return possible, and I cannot exclude that he will return to Spurs one day. But really, there's such a big connection between Harry Kane, Munich, FC Bayern, the fans. I have never experienced something like this in such a short time, and he and his family, he feels so comfortable. They are living here. They are part of the community, part of the city. It's a perfect match. It's a perfect match, and this is why I'm totally convinced that Harry Kane will extend with FC Bayern.
Yeah, look, Florian, 34 goals in 30 games for Bayern Munich this season. A new deal, though, would take him to 35 years old. Are there any concerns about longevity?
Absolutely not. Have a look at Edin Dzeko. If you have learned scoring goals, you can score goals. Yeah, if you are 35, 36, 37, to be really, I repeat myself. If you look at Harry Kane, he's never injured. He's one of the best players, even in every training session. He's going on the training sessions with every day 100%. He's such a professional striker. He's one of the best strikers who has ever played in the Bundesliga, and it's absolutely possible that he will break the record from Robert Lewandowski this season. So I think the best years for Harry Kane are yet to come.
Now, Florian, you've got your finger on the pulse over in Europe. Tell us something else. Give us an exclusive. What else is going on? What transfers do you know that potentially we don't know about?
First of all, keep your eyes open at West Ham, because I got a news really 2 or 3 minutes ago when we have started this talk here. I have heard that Crescencio Summerville from West Ham has a big opportunity joining a top club in Serie A in Italy. I have heard from AS Roma, but we need more confirmation. And I have heard that there's a kind of a verbal offer to the management that the club has said, okay, if there's a possibility to sign him until deadline day, we are ready to spend 25 or 30 million euro. But let's have a look on this. Summerville, to my opinion, one of the best players at the West Ham squad, once signed from Tim Steiten. So this is something really new, and happy for me is that we have the confirmation right now in these situations for Jeremy Jacquet's situation, because I have mentioned all the time that there's no agreement between Jeremy Jacquet and Chelsea, and there's no agreement between Stade Rennes and Chelsea. And first of all, it's very important that the clubs need to find an agreement, and only after that the player wants to go in concrete negotiations with Chelsea. But right now, there's not the XXL offer from Chelsea yet. And this has an impact on Aaron Anselmino, because Borussia Dortmund, they still have hope that Anselmino will return to Borussia Dortmund until deadline day. But this has to do has something to do with Jeremy Jacquet's situation.
Oh, fantastic stuff. Florian, thank you so much for joining us with all that extra info as well. Love it. We speak to you soon. Wow, what a treat to have Florian on. And also, just want to say, he might have also been talking about me as well with the suits. You just assumed it was about you two.
Sorry, I was
It's
being
okay.
presumptuous.
It's all right. All right, let's get on to Harry Kane. OK, Mark, look, do you think we talked about this Premier League record? Does this now make it less likely that that's going to happen, that he'll break it?
Well, it certainly would be far more difficult for Harry Kane to break that type of a record. We know that he's a phenomenal goal scorer. He's been absolutely outstanding. And I had to double check the stats since he's gone over to the Bundesliga. 82 games in the league, 104 goal involvements. It's simply phenomenal. You talk about the Premier League top goal scorers. This is the all-time list. This is the Holy Grail. These are the players that people will talk about for years and years to come. You get into this list, you're a special player. We know that Harry Kane is a special player and has obviously scored goals for fun in the Premier League era. But he's still, 47 goals off of Alan Shearer's record? He'd need to get 48. Based on his current scoring exploits, he'd probably need at least 2 seasons to get to those kind of figures. If he stays at Munich until the age of 35, 36, 37, 38, could he still bang in 20-plus goals a season in the Premier League at that age? Possibly. But it would become a lot more difficult to do so. So, yeah, I think this is fascinating. Really, really important contract talks happening there. Obviously, Florian Plettenberg with the very latest. The fact that the England captain, an England international in the build-up to World Cup, is talking about maybe extending his say could be a good thing. But certainly that Premier League record might just disappear.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that, Carve. Do you think this is a good thing for England then?
I think it is good news if this is sorted out before the World Cup this summer, because you don't want a situation where you're going into the World Cup and there's transfer speculation surrounding the England captain. To be fair to Harry Kane, he's always the kind of person who makes sure that his affairs are taken care of, and he wouldn't allow anything to overshadow his involvement at a major tournament. I think this is fantastic news for him. It's fantastic news for Bayern Munich as well. It proves that he made the right decision.